Hi, Sarah. My name is Eric and Camden McCary. I'm excited to do your preview today. There were a lot of things that I really liked about your cloud presentation. From a business perspective, I thought there were a lot of really great things. First off, putting the cookie in there is probably genius. If I was a business owner and I was watching that, I'd be very interested. One, from a business perspective, I feel like just from the advertising, I think, yeah, you really like my product. And so that's always good. But also it's very thoughtful. So, like, for example, if the cloud goes down and people can't get to my product, I'm going to think, oh, that's great. You really thought about this from a perspective of a business owner. So if I still can't get people to purchase my product, I need a backup plan. So there were several different things in there where I thought, okay, well, if people can't get to my product, I need it to be friendly enough for my workers to be able to use. And so there were several backup plans in there and thinking ahead where the workers would be able to do different things. For me as a business owner, I thought that's interesting. And it seemed pretty straightforward enough that I would be able to do some of those things and even my workers would be able to do that. So I thought that it was fairly straightforward enough that they would be able to do those type of things. So I didn't feel like it was over my head and I would be able to understand it enough. And I think that's really good when you're presenting to people who maybe aren't super tech savvy, and that's always a good thing. And when I was looking at the slides, I didn't feel like they were too maybe there wasn't too much on them, so I didn't feel like there was like they weren't too confusing, and I felt like they were interesting enough that they held my attention. So it was a very good presentation for me, and it still felt like it caught my attention enough. And so just as a business owner, I think, hey, I'm interested in doing this. I could go and I could put my things in the cloud, and it would keep my attention long enough. So this is the kind of thing that I think when people are presenting that they need to keep in mind. And so very good presentation. And I think that I probably would have been interested enough to keep probably buy the product, and I probably keep you on at least enough to try it. And that's kind of where we're going anyway when we want someone to be interested in our product. So yeah, I think it was a success, and I think you did a good job. So great. Anyway, thanks for listening.